Hi there everyone, it's me and welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing Charter 2 November 1-5 from Neilston to Glasgow Central today in the Class 380. As you can see here, it is an amazing looking train. We've got it in the Stepford Connect livery, which I downloaded instead of the ScotRail. Because I love the ScotRail one, but I've been doing a lot of Stepford Connect on Roblox recently, and I just wanted to bring it on and use it on here. And we are going to bring some Stepford Connect content over to to my channel, not to Train Sim. What do I need? Whilst we're waiting here, we're going to last one. This one here. There we go. We're gonna set it up. Go back to the top. There we go. It sounds a lot like a 350, because of course it is the Zeros family, good family of trains. So I was just casually speeding there. Whilst we're in Neilston, we're going to set up our driver number and such. Whilst we're here, I need to disable all this, because this is just a bit annoying. It don't look good, in my opinion. We have where we need to start in the top left. Same with our speed. I do prefer it up the top left than having it bottom right. You've got a bit more real estate, which is nice. We're going to have journey number 21115. And that's 3132. And enter those in, and add another one into here. And we're going to press accept onto that. That is all sorted. One thing they do need to update with the 380 is, of course, the ability to actually see what the next stop is here. And yeah, let's go have a little, because we've got a bit of time out here. We've got another minute. Yeah, just look at how good this looks. Obviously, you can retract and bring up the front, which I'll show you now. All you need to do is this little green strip. Switch, you press deploy, wait for that to flash, and then it comes forward so you can couple up a bit easier. And then, obviously, not shutting the door on myself, you can then open this, that, and that. Whereas, if you have those open, you can't open them up whilst it's closed. Whereas if you retract it, should be happening soon. We'll try again. There we go. The door's automatically shut. But yeah, it is a nice looking train. We're on the Cathcart line today from, we're going to be doing Neilston to Glasgow Central section. And then I think in the next video we'll end up doing the actual Cathcart line in the 380 as well. It is a beautiful train. It is a very nippy train as well. That is one thing I have noticed. I forgot I was in neutral. So that changed that. Just have a listen. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they pulled the sounds from Train Sim Classic, because of course the motors and the unit itself is basically a 350. Of course, just the front end's different. It's not flat. It's at an angle. You got this, which retracts forwards and backwards. Um, the cab is very much a 350. Uh, these weren't on the 350, if I remember rightly, and the power handle is a bit different from a 350, but they have done a really good job in general with the sounds and whatever's. It's a really great train. It's £12.99. I brought it with the 5 circle line, hoping that you could use it on the 5 circle line. I never really watched any videos on the 5 circle line because I was going to plan to save to watch it you play it myself, which I have got a stream currently as recording this. I've got a stream uploading from when I was streaming on Twitch earlier today, mainly on the 5 circle line, having a little gander on that. I'm going to bring out a video tomorrow, so when this comes out, I'm uploading it on Tuesday. It might come out a bit earlier. It depends on when I get the thumbnail all sorted, because I want to get all the thumbnail all nice. Depends on that. So, anyway, Paterson is our next stop. We will be calling at, obviously, we start at Neilston, so we're going to be at Paterson, White Craigs, William Wood, Murriant, Cathcart, Mount Florida, Cross Hill, Queen's Park, Pollock Shield East, and then Glasgow Central, going via Line 4, and we're stopping at Platform 9 when we get into Glasgow Central. I think tomorrow's video will probably end up being a 5 circle video. I do have a nice scenario, including the 801, which would be actually quite interesting to upload, because of course the Class 801 does run on part of the line, well, the line from Aberdeen down to Edinburgh Waverley, obviously until Haymarket on diesel power, because of course it's by powertrain, so it can run on diesel as well as the overhead pantograph power at 25 volts, kilovolts, not volts. If it was 25 volts, I don't think the train would be going very far. But yeah, we're going to bring, that might be a video coming out the day after this one, or maybe the day after that. We'll probably end up getting a video with the 170 out first. I think that would be better suits to do a 5 circle line video on. But yeah, we're due to be in Glasgow Central in about half hour's time. We'll probably be there a bit earlier, depending on how fast we are. But anyway, we're calling into Paterson now. See, one thing I do love about these trains is the fact that the brake isn't just notches. Same with the power handle. Well, the power brake, it's not notches at all. The only time it's really notchy is if you're going into off or coast, or into emergency, which you'd probably normally press that, but you'd probably have a higher chance of getting the emergency down by pressing that. Getting that the hot weight down. I'm going to go maximum braking now. One thing I do wish is if the fact for the ability to see these on the for the station you're at, even if it's not actual video, if it's just like a static photo, that would be cool. Weirdly enough, you can increase the brightness on it and decrease it, obviously. Which is strange to see that you can't use it, but it is nice. Of course, the cab is fully usable. Like, you can sit in that seat. Oh, I forgot about the TSD. Right, we're going to lock the doors now. Anyway, you got your signal bell or button. It's here. Sometimes you do hear that go off. Strange. It's as if you have got a guard, but you haven't at the same time, if you get what I mean. But yeah, I'd definitely say it was a really good train. And you know what? I think we're going to get a image, a screenshot right here. Nice little photo. We might even get another one, maybe one in Glasgow Central. It's just, let's see if we are parked up next to another 380 or maybe even a 314. I think that would be more, that would be better that it have the 314. Obviously, when you purchase the my mind just went blank. The 380, you have two versions now. You have of the Cathcart line. You have the 2018 version, 2018, 2019, and then you have the 2024 version as well. So obviously the 2018 version is when it was just 314s, whereas this one includes the 314s and 380s. Weirdly enough, you can use the 170s, but only just to shunts, which is a bit annoying because there's only two services and it's literally pulling it in out the depot and pulling it back into the depot kind of thing, which is just a bit annoying. The fact that they're the only two scheduled timetable services. Like, obviously you can use it in time trial mode if you spawn it in, but obviously you won't have all the stops or a timed schedule. But I guess the good thing with the Cathcart line, if you leave a bit earlier than what you think would be a good idea, you are going to be sat behind traffic. So I guess that's one benefit of the Cathcart line if you're doing the circular bit, not the, well, it does also kind of tie in with the if you come down to Neilston or down to Newton, because either way you're going to have to come down one of these ways. So if you go, the majority of the time you'd be coming this way, whereas sometimes the service does come this way to Newton. It varies, which is actually really good, which is one of the things I really love about this route. Even if it is quite a short route, it is one of the things that I love about it, that it varies quite a lot, and that just makes it even better. I do love the screen. I believe it's called the PIS screen. I can be wrong. You guys can put in the comments below if I am wrong or not. Obviously, I know classes of trains. I know certain bits like TWS, AWS, uh, DSD, Vigilance, and whatever, and how to obviously run them quite easily. It isn't, unless you're jumping into a train simulator for the first time, it can be quite difficult, but it is quite easy to set up from fresh. If you're starting a new day and you're pulling it out for service, it is quite easy in that sense. Like, you basically bosh that in, put that neutral, flip that up, and you're ready to go, kind of thing. So it is quite easy in that aspect. I know what to do. Definitely diesels are the easiest to start, whereas some of the intercity trains, like the 801, can be a bit fiddly, a bit of a fiddle to sort out. I think we may overshoot. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to stop right at the end of the platform, which is nice. Got just over a minute. Going to have a look out of this platform because obviously there has been an update when it comes to the line, the route itself. There's a lot of scenery changes, so it definitely looks like a lot better, especially foliage-wise around here. It definitely looks more of a TSW4 route. But obviously we are running a, what are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4 car service. So 4 car, 3 car is basically the norm when it comes to Cathcart line. Obviously you can use this on the Edinburgh to Glasgow line, which is actually really good because I do quite like the thought of the Edinburgh Glasgow line. I may get it at some point, but for £30, probably not, because that's the same price as the 5 circle line, and the 5 circle line is a way better route. There we go. Keep on forgetting I'm putting it into neutral, but it's just basically just giving us time just to kind of get the timings a bit right, because of course I've noticed with the 5 circle line the timings are a bit easy to get scheduling wise, which is nice. Of course they are based off of real life timings, but it just gives you that bit of time just to have a quick look outside, and then obviously if you forget to put it back into neutral and you put all the power all the way down, put it back into forward, obviously you need to take off the brake to put it back up into forward. But majority of the line is 50 mile an hour when we before we get up to Cathcart. When we get up to Cathcart, it's around about 35, 40 max before we're getting near to Glasgow Central. So, but yeah, you look here, we've got a minute and a half and we only need to do 0.7 of a mile. And we're sat there for 30 seconds, so we've just got a bit over 2 minutes to go. Till we depart Ruiens. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so I'm sorry to if anyone watches the channel from Scotland. I might butcher some of the way and I say this, even though it is English. I may butcher it. Murren. Braking is actually quite decent on this. Problem in the 350s in Trenton Classic, the braking was a bit poor, but it seems quite good in this. I don't know if that's just Trenton mod in general just has better braking or what. I don't know. Move in. Yeah. See, it was telling us to stop here, but in theory, the stop for the 380s is here. So we did stop around about one point. We're gonna build a plant pot and build the newspapers whilst we're here, and we're gonna now get back into our frame. But yeah, I do really love the Stepford Connect livery. I've been saying, I've been playing a lot of the Stepford Connect past day or so. So also, I've been playing quite a lot when it comes to Roblox simulations. Stepford Connect, British Railways, Croydon, Canterbury as well. Canterbury's a good one. Project Birmingham is also a good one. I've been enjoying that one quite a lot because, of course, you don't really, unless you want to get the different liveries, you don't need to actually grind to get any of the Enviro, the MMC, 400 MMC, or just the Enviro, which is nice. Which is something with Canterbury, you have to do a bit of grinding, but I ended up just like, you know what, I'm just going to pay for it and get the ALX, which I ended up getting because I quite like the ALX. No, I didn't get the ALX in the end. I ended up getting the we need to slow down. The Enviro 200. And yeah, that's a bit of a problem I keep on forgetting. With the 314s, I also have some liveries, like that one was the overground livery, but I do have some West Midlands liveries as well, because I want to do a West Midland London Cross City run with that at some point. Let's release the doors. We've got 2 minutes here, so we're going to have a look at Cathcart. Obviously, it's just a two-stage platform station, an island platform, but it gets a bit wider. Already planted here, but yeah, I really do love how they've updated this and remastered it into Train Sim World 4 version. It was definitely visually deserving of an upgrade because it is a really good route. Some people might disagree with me on that. Some people might find it boring with how it only has a few. It's quite a short route, but I enjoy it for what it is. And yeah, just look at that. It kind of gives off Electro Star vibes when you look at it at that angle. I don't know what it is, but then you just look at this side profile and you're like, oh, that's me. I know definitely out there some people won't like the look of it. I didn't like the look of it originally in the photos when it was announced, but since then, like, apart from the stream where I was on 5 most of the time, I have been inseparable from this train. We're gonna lock those when it comes to 40 in 10 seconds time. Can you turn these off? I wonder. No. You can just turn off the brightness and that's it. Obviously, you can open the door just like how a 350 would be. You can shut that door, and then this door. But obviously, you don't really want to do that. We're going to keep that door open. This isn't a door. By the way, if some people didn't realise that is not a door there, it only shuts this way. And apart from that, it looks exactly like a 350 on the inside. I haven't used the 385 yet. Obviously, you'd have to get the Edinburgh to Glasgow route for that. But if I get that, I definitely would use it as well. Plus, the 5 Circle line may have an update later this year because, of course, on the 5 Circle, they're actually electrifying it. If I read correctly. I could be wrong. I'm not being 100% sure on that. I could be massively wrong with that. I thought I read something that they're going to electrify 65 miles by December 2024. It could be later. Depends on what kind of progress they have. We'll have a look when we get into Mount Florida. I'll have a quick look on my phone. Because, of course, they're only using diesels on there at the moment, and, of course, everyone wants to be kind of cleaner energy-wise when it comes to transport. Obviously, buses are trying to go either hybrid or electric. Most trains are electric, but of course there's still lines out there, and there's still obviously freight trains, especially that are diesel only. We've got a minute here, so I'm going to have a look on my phone. 5 Circle electrification. Yeah, so it begun in 2022 in June. 55 million first phase to electrify 650 miles, 65 miles of the 5 Circle track between Haymarket and Dalmary. I won't be reading that one. For use by battery electric multiple units. Was begun by Powerline in 2020 and is due to be completed in 2024 in December. So June 2022 was the start of work between Haymarket and Dalmeny. So completion of that is to be December this year, and then by December next year, complete of partial electrification of Fife Circle. So basically, the actual circle part will be electrified, but that will give the chance for LNER to run majority of the line electrified. So I assume up until Mark Inch, or maybe butchering that, maybe have the ability to be ran electrified. I don't know if Aberdeen has had the line electrified up until Mark Inch, but I do know it's not past Haymarket unless you're not going on the 5 if you go straight on other lines, on the shorter lines, which you can actually get to on the 5 circle, which is surprising. Maybe that's coming out in a future update, because I went there to Edinburgh East, and there was things you could pick up. You had the train, you can place the route maps, the poster, and yeah, that was working all A-OK. Anyway, next up is Queen's Park. Like, if you look at this angle, if you don't look quite down, it kind of looks a bit like a 350. Obviously it says 380 on the front. If I can swap my camera, thank you, game. Speed up to 40 mile an hour. We won't necessarily need 40 mile an hour, actually, because we do go back down to a 35 as we hit the platform anyway, or just after we hit the platform. So, but I believe we have a train in front of us at some point, because we do have a red signal. I do at one point want to get used to I want to start with the cross city line, because of course that's the one that I've put the most time into, and maybe the overgrounds at the Goblin line. Want to actually have it so I don't need the load passengers and the time and whatever, because of course you get the time, all you have to do is you just have to check that, and then you're like, oh gosh, I'm fine, kind of thing. So we've got a minute here. Let's have a look. Obviously, you can open the windows, which I will open on this side actually. We've already got that planted, but yeah, this is Queen's Park. Nice little platform, and we've got another 380 pulling in the ScotRail livery. Nice. Love the ScotRail livery. I believe I have everything done around here to do. So we're going to head back to my train. Maybe. They don't leave straight away. Save and upload. That is actually quite a nice photo of the fake train in the middle. I went to press that a few times, so we're going to lock the doors now. I'm surprised they're leaving before us. Yeah, they were due to leave actually before us. We were due to leave at 49 minutes past, they were 48. So they're doing the return on what we did. So after the next station, we've got a red signal. Is there a train in front of us? Yes, there is. They just not long ago left either that platform or this line here actually. This part, the other half of the circle on the Cathcart line. But yeah, it is one thing I do like, because you have three different variations of what you can do service-wise apart from pulling into the depot. You have the clockwise and anti-clockwise at the circle section, and then you have down to Neilston and then Newton. So you've got quite a bit of variation there, and then of course you've got a lot of time to do it in, really. Please stop, because I want to make it. So we've got plenty of time here, we've got a minute. Oh, that is close. Talk about close. Almost off the station with the front doors. Yeah, this is Polk Shield. Did park a bit further back than what we should have done. So we're going to have to sit in seat and then shut the door. We're going to sit in seat again, set that back to forward. We've still got the red signal ahead of us. No route available. I believe we're just waiting for them to cross over into our section of the track, which we are. But now we've been cleared to go. We're not going to speed up to 35 anyway, because we go down to a 30 and then down to a 25 as we're now going up to Glasgow. But yeah, this is what I mean. You'll have plenty of time as soon as you leave the last station when you get up to Glasgow, because of course you end up going a bit slower, but at the same time they didn't kind of timetable it correct on when you should be there. But I do get why, because of course necessarily in real life a service can get there that early. Yeah, we'll be doing about 25 mile an hour, 20, 15. It changes too by the time we get up into the central line itself, going into the station. So obviously you're not going to hit the 100 mile an hour that this thing can do. Realistically, the fastest you go is probably about 60 going down to Newton. Because of course Newton, they're around about the same distance. It might be a bit shorter actually getting to Newton than it is to Neilston. But it is a bit more curved. Well, it's not even more curved, it's a bit more curved going to Neilston than Newton. Because Newton's on the right, Neilston's on the left. So east and west. But yeah, also, what other Scottish routes would you like to see in Train Sim World? So of course, if they're bringing out Train Sim World 5 this year, I won't expect any to come out this year. Another one to come out in this version of the game, probably come out in Train Sim World 5. But what do you love to see? I'd love to see, obviously, part of the West Coast Main Line mainly. Maybe I'd love to see the Glasgow subway. Of course, that's in Train Sim Classic. But obviously now they have their new class of trains which are taking over, which eventually will be fully autonomous. But of course, they'll have to be like the DLR in London. They'll have to have some sort of driver or someone that can take over to go onto the train. So we're just going to slow down a bit, wait for this signal to go back green again. As there's another 350 about to go past us. No reason why? No, we should be good to go any second. If your train is running late and you stop going into a station, it's because you're waiting for another train to come out, or you're just waiting for, obviously, you're waiting for a signal to change. I had that the other month going to see a friend, and I had to spend another set some more money because I only had my train ticket work on London North Western trains, so I ended up having to just have it to get a cross-country ticket to do one station, but it wasn't too bad. I got the refund for both anyway, so I cannot complain. Wait for signal to change. Who are we waiting for? We're waiting for this train here to pull out. It's a 6-car train, which you don't see many of on the 5 Circle line, so they'll end up probably being a train going to Edinburgh. So, yeah, I see why we got 4 minutes now. However, are they pulling out now? Definitely the platform we're going to. So unless this train is bound to Edinburgh after this one. And it's making a 9-car train? No, it's a 10-car train. Unless they got it a bit jumbled up. I think they'd have it jumbled up. We'll have to see in a second. What was it? It's got to be a 380, which it is. Deploy that. Well, guess we'll let everyone off. Yeah, that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one, and I hope you have an amazing day. Goodbye.